This sense, as we saw in the last poem, of the losing of light from the earth, the losing of the moon down into the earth, is something which I think is throughout all of the Lucy poems. All the Lucy poems are dealing, on the one hand, with the death of the beloved, Lucy, but they're also dealing with, symbolically, the loss of light from the earth. And that is symbolic of the loss of the vision of the world as beautiful. So three different layers of understanding seem to be going on in these poems. Now when we look at this poem, She Dwelt Among the Untrodden Ways, we have to ask certain questions as well. How many stanzas are in this poem? What is the rhyme scheme? What is the meter and the rhythm? He immediately starts with addressing his beloved. She dwelt among the untrodden ways. But he's speaking about her. To whom is he speaking? Who is the speaker addressing outside of the poem? He says that she lives by the springs of Dove, and goes on to say that she was not very well known. Living among untrodden ways indicates that not many people go there. You notice throughout the poem there are other instances of showing that there aren't many people that know about this maiden. Not many people travel to her house. What other instances in the poem can you find that indicate that she is obscure, she's unknown? In the second stanza he says that she's a violet by a mossy stone, and notice that this is a metaphor. He's comparing her to a violet by a mossy stone. If you envision that for just a minute, what color is the violet? How big is it? Is it a bold, beautiful flower like a tulip or a rose? Or is it small and delicate? Is it red and vibrant and dynamic, yellow, gold, white? What color is a violet? Why is he placed it beside a mossy stone, too? Seems an odd choice. Is the mossy stone something that is normally overlooked? Notice he even says, half hidden from the eye. That's what she's like. And then, notice, he flips it and he's now comparing her to a star. When only one is shining in the sky, that moment of seeing Venus in the sky, the evening star. And when you see that thing in the sky, what's that experience like? What's it like to look up at the sky in a cool spring evening and see one star in the sky? Well, both of those experiences are what he compares this young maiden to. She is, on the one hand, that beautiful flower that appears where no one else sees it, and it's hidden almost amidst this moss and this stone. But she's also this star in the sky. She's both an earthbound thing and a celestial thing at the same time. And that experience of seeing the violet or seeing the star is itself unique. It's like you're seeing something gorgeous in the midst of an otherwise beautiful but not terribly out of the ordinary sort of landscape. And this, I think, is part of the romantic whole ethos, that we don't find beauty and excitement in some out of the ordinary thing or in some glorious action or daring do, nor do we find it in the state, as prior poets would suggest. Rather, we find it in the ordinary, the everyday, the countryside, the rural, the things that seem to be otherwise overlooked. And then when we find beauty in the ordinary, the day-to-day existence, we find that it sometimes gets jeopardized. And it's at that moment that we realize that was beautiful, and I lost it. I took it for granted. And that's the last stanza. This girl, this Lucy, lived unknown. No one else knew her, but I knew her. And so when she dies, it pains me. Personal experience, intense personal experience. This intense personal experience is what the speaker seems to say lets him know he's alive, but it's very painful. And consequently, it's not reason that is governing him. It's rather its intense emotion and then imagination to be able to see, even in the day-to-day, something beautiful.